Why this keyboard is not coming? Why? So you can see, I just select that element, delete, element, delete, element, delete. By this, I can optimize by C also, deleted. And if I want, I can like click any of this thing. You see, I have delete option, the flip option, then align material. All those options are there. But you can delete things and modify things, but you cannot like really. There's a modeling tool also there in Unreal, but it gives you a lot of error or it crashes. So it's it's still in beta version, so we don't use that. So I just deleted those area. Go to toolbar, save it. Done. Select your this model and in engine level, select that particular model and replace it. So you can see only the word vanished. So like this, you can modify things very easily, create really dynamic set within no time. Don't have to import multiple models. Just use the same model, modify it little bit, and use it. So creating something like this will be very easy. You can do that. So just
Sir, can I share my screen?
yes, yes. Show me your screen.
Sir, this one, sir.
Okay, you showed me this thing last
How?
week.
Just not getting.
Okay, how to create that? So it's
This and this one, sir.
this and this
This,
one.
this,
This
this
two.
kind of
Okay,
thing.
these two. How to create that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something you can do it very easily in ZBrush. You have to sculpt it, right? You have to sculpt
Yeah.
it. You can create a high poly for this. So either you start with a low poly in Max, or you can just directly create this into ZBrush. Like personally, what I'll prefer, I'll create this thing, what do you call it, this bed,
Bed.
that rolling wala bed, this rolled wala thing.
Yeah.
So you can do it very, it's just a cylinder. Hmm.
Okay.
So new, sorry, for close, hide, just give me a second, initialize.
Sir,
Keep your screen, okay, I have to share my screen.
sir, can
New,
I send this emails, reference emails to your mail?
just send me this image.
Okay, sir.
That will be nice, so they can see it and create this thing very easily.
Sir, the submissions are not graded.
In this thing, in what do you call it?
Moodle.
Moodle, yes, it's not updated. So I thought like I'll discuss in the class directly, then I'll update the
Acha.
comment there. That will be like easy, more convenient because with those comments, because annotation is not working due to some strange reason. So I
Yeah.
cannot mark anything or explain anything. So if I explain it in the class, it becomes more clear. Then I can update those things into Moodle, so it will become more relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just open a cylinder.
Sir, I have just sent it.
Okay, just give me a second. One second. Nine. Array. Okay, that will be. Hmm. Shift F and background. This is my like personal preference. I like it gray and apply a gray material. Let me open the reference image. Yes, I received it. So it's just a cylinder. So what you have to do is, let me see. We have two views, two separate views of this. So let's start building this thing. So Control D, 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 a couple of times. If you want, you can apply dynamics. Like initially, this is what I prefer. 32. 120 is too high. 32 is fine. Quite less. Hmm. So, based on your reference, I'll add those lines BDS. If I want, I can use a symmetry also because like only one side is visible at any given point of time. Then either I can like sculpt it like this, or if I want, I can create a helix and create this entire folded thing. So let's see. I won't do that. So this will be like way easy and like time saving. BCD.
Sir,
Yes.
for low poly we can take only one cylinder and then we will
No,
pay.
no, 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 no. For low poly also you have to, you can see in your reference, low poly also have surface deformation. So you have to create a low poly like that. So for that you need a nice high poly for having all those deformations. So what I'll do is I'll create this thing quickly. Or I can like select lasso, converted, DNB, increase the brush size, create this like fold really nicely. Like that overlap thing is very important. It should look like overlap. Then slightly bend and standard. So for this, I need that rope. So I need that rope. Either I can create that rope in separate geometry, or I can because in this model I can see it's a separate UV altogether. It's not separate geometry, but separate
Okay.
U no separate geometry. Separate geometry. But that is something we can very easily manage. Which I can go to curve tube, reduce the brush size, make sure there's no this thing uh, subdivision level. Okay. How this curve tube is not working nicely. Strap is
It,
working. So let's use strap only then. and end. So it becomes complete this thing. Deselect, or you can just simply separate two polygroups. Go to split, group split, two separate geometry altogether. This one, BDS, because it's tied on this surface, right? So there should be a depression. That thick, that deformation should be there. So
So for this, we can use rope pressing.
hi, you can use rope, but like this is something very simple texture. If you want to create very high quality high res, then you can use rope and create this thing very easily. So it will look nice. Suppose you want to like showcase your high poly, definitely you can do that.
Okay.
Hmm. And for this also, I'll just split into parts. Reason I want to X switch off symmetry now, because I can just scale it down slightly. If I want, I can increase the width slightly. So it looks like bit more realistic. Sorry, realistic. X symmetry off. Then over high center, slightly width increase. Reduce the, so it look like it's basically tied around this. That tightness should be visible. It should look like that. Okay, I can create this, and then if you want, you can just simply select these two. Now you can merge down out of the same thing. Center, Control D, D, make it a bit smoother. Now you have low poly. This thing bed. Now add this thing nicely. Thickness. If I want, I can make. If I want to move it, GMT, because as per the reference, I can see it's a bit more towards straight. It's not that curved, so do that, and slightly keep them uneven, so it will look nice and more natural. It's not same. Slightly inside, slightly this inside, like this. Then you can suppose once you have this structure, now I have to add those all those cavities. Uh, to control D, subdivided B, C, D, and now add that thickness. And now I have to make that thickness quite nicely. And I can see it's bit squarish in shape. It's not just rounded because it's on sitting on the bed. So it's bit flatter on the base, not that round. From above also, it's bit flat. Now I align this. Then in this reference, you can see there are lots of creases and all these folds are there.
Yeah.
So for that, this mesh and you have to this thing upper part is bit separate from the lower part. So what is sorry deselect. So now basic structure is almost ready. So now my Dynamesh I don't need. So what I'll do, I'll go to geometry. So basic blocking time, use Dynamesh. Once your Dynamesh is almost ready, start doing like convert this thing into this thing, Z-remesh this entire model. So you get nice topology. I can use 10 or something. Shift, shift, you can see nice, clean, almost everything is retained. So now what I'll do, I'll just simply select the top part because all the creases, all these things are coming in the base only. So I'll go to standard brush, drag rectangle alpha. I can use these alpha also, or I can download something from internet. I guess in desktop I have cloth. No. Check in my classes. Organic. I guess under organic I have alpha. No. Just give me a second. There's a cloth alpha. What is that? What kind of sound is that?
It's something that's outside.
Oh. Okay, I cannot find that reference. Okay, just give me a second. I guess just Google about it. Cloth alpha. Cloth alpha images. Let's see. Like something
Sir,
like this. Yes.
sir, in Bad Kings there is fold, fabric folds are there, sir.
No, brush. There's a. That's what he's saying. As a backing, there's a. It's a brush. So that brush also like brush like if you want to sculpt something manually, then it's fine. But if you want to create it really quickly,
Okay.
then you have to like use some alpha. Like suppose if I want to like convert, I want to sculpt it manually, so I'll subdivide multiple times. Then BCD, and then I have to sculpt those things manually. That is something like obvious, definitely it's possible. You can do it X, and while adding details, make sure sculpt in asymmetry. This can be done. So that is
Okay.
something I don't want to do. I want to do it really quickly. So for that, I found where is sorry, I found like this like see alpha this thing. Save image, desktop, save it, and this one also is fine. Save image, standard. So select any of this, so it won't affect this area. This is the rest of it. Small folds, different sizes. Unevenness. You can see there's a continuous fold, this fold. This backside is not visible, but I have to add something there. Then once you add that, then standard. So now I have enough polygons here to make sure the entire thing looks clean. So initially I started with the basic symmetrical thing. Now you can see I'm working on asymmetry, no symmetry. Keep it nicely. Then like this, fold, save file, 9, quick save. Initially I use quick save all the time to save my file, and then once I'm like done with this thing, then I'll save the project or save the screen. Okay. So right now I can see it doesn't look that tight. Like from side it's fine, but this there's some like this thing, unnecessary bulge. So to fix those, you need to worry about those things. That is something you can fix very easily. Some push and pull and align it with the strap nicely. Give it that nice tight feel.
Sir, this will be done like retopo or low poly.
Yes, like yeah, then you have to retopo this thing, and then create the entire and bake everything, and then do it. That's like
Like
exact process.
like organic
That,
how we did for
yes, like, that's how entire this thing, this game thing is work. You have to
okay,
create
sir.
a very, if anything model with very good detail, you have to create a high poly, then retopo it, and then you have to bake everything and use it. That's the process. So all these folds you want to create, you can create very easily. Um, BDS stamp standard. If I want to make this lines or something a bit stronger, add those crease and lines nicely, and then this also to like clean it. Use the size. Make sure this line this is like really clean. And it should look like two separate parts. The standard, and this is like cloths and all, they are basically a bit soft in nature, so you need to, oh sorry, you need to add the thing, make them bit bulge, add those bulge here manually. This much of effort you have to do it for each and every asset. That's how entire gaming industry production works. You have to it's not, it looks like a very simple, yes it's simple, but if you need to practice it a lot. This much detail you have to create for each and every asset. And this fold I have to fix. Move, zoom in, inside, and put it inside. This is uneven throughout, it's not even anywhere. Like this to create this, and now you can just like go ahead, add details and things very easily. So like suppose this is my basic thing, I'll just save it quickly. Now you have to retopo this entire model. So just to for retopo, so easiest way, I'll just simply like send it to destination master. This strap, I'll just select the strap, go to load division, delete. So you can see it's quite low poly, quite low poly, because those spiral effect is already there in substance, right?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
So that's why that detail is no need to create in texture, like high poly, because that is something we can achieve very easily with substance, very easily. So that's why like you have to work very wisely. like what are the things are not available in substance and which other things are available in substance. In substance, those even this corner wrinkle, na, it's also available in substance. So that is something we can do it very easily. So I use sculpted these six things. Okay, oh shit, lighting died. Okay. Anyway, so this is my model. So what I can do, I can just simply, this is 1 million something. So I'll just simply decimate this model. Process current. So this is all doing done. Then plug in decimate current. Step. You can see all details are retained. Everything is retained. My low poly export. This is decimated. Desktop, save it, and then go to this one. So this is something either I can bake it directly on my model and create it, or I can just simply, because for this kind of structure, like personally, what I feel, I need to have loops only. Rest everything can be separate. So subdivide two three times, or I can just simply undo it. I guess so like the high poly was there, right? Yeah, it was there. So what I'll do, it's not that heavy. So I'll just go to, let's see, delete. What does that row? So I have exported these two in separate this thing. Then uh, F9, take it and close my ZBrush. Go to math, so just switch off the field. It will take some time. Import, desktop, or decimated, open, import, done. Import the group also, import, done. Right? Both the things are imported. Now this is my low poly. So what I can do is now make sure right click polygon, attach both of them together, polygons are polygons. Then go to plane, auto grid switch on, and from top view, I'll just create a like one single plane with auto grid, so you can just simply snap on that surface. So then right click polygon, right? Now go
Okay.
to freeform, draw on surface, pick your high poly. Now this is your plane which you're going to use on this surface. So step build up, control, alt, shift together and align it on the surface. Okay. Quickly. If I want, I can like add more loops here. That will be like nice. Like, then, then for this particular loop, I need a separate loop altogether. So I have to fix it. Okay, offset is like there's no offset, so I just have to add slightly offset so that it works perfectly on the surface. In between, there's no loops, no need to worry about that. Initially, create a really, really low poly model. Okay. Really, really low poly model. Okay, I have added two polygons here, so that's my okay. Anyways, so basically, for this trap, I'm creating this entire loop. Offset is too much, 0.01. Okay. Okay. Thickness. So make sure the thickness is proper. This depth I'll match manually, or I can just now move. Now only I can move it and match this depth. Initially, try to create a model as low poly as possible. Don't jump into high poly and like create a mid poly model. Try to create a really, really, really low poly model. Okay. So what I will just put then. Okay, undo. Okay. Okay, next.
Sir, after making this very much local, we can add loops, sir. Just
Yes, that's what you have to do. Like right now, I'm blocking. I'll create this really low poly. Just get the all the creases, like all the for this pattern, I need two loops here so that I can cut the UV, keep it separate. Two loops here, cut the UV, keep it separate.
sir,
Then
from
going
this I know,
forward,
sir. I will do.
so that's what. So like this, you have to create, and then once you're done with it, this you can see this is very low poly. And if you want to create finish this, you can apply more loops and then use relax everything to
Yeah.
perfectly
Now I know,
snap
sir.
everything on surface and then export it and texture it in Substance. So it will
Okay.
become very easy, and the high poly, the detail after baking, it will look like high poly, almost the same. So there won't be any difference. And this is like you can see it takes hardly 1 hour to 1 hour to 2 hours to create a high poly low poly texture.
Okay.
Right. So if you work with the exact process, you can if you follow the exact process, it will become very easy. I'll take that
Okay.
really test quickly. So you can follow this entire process, it will become easy, and you can do it really quickly at very well. Akshay is present, then Anshuman is present, Ashwin, then Akshay, Dilip present, then I got Shiva.
Sir,
Whole
Nitin.
class vanished. Nitin also present, yes. Nitin also present.
On top.
See, okay, found it. And Shiva present. Dilip not present.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, sir, review for my submission.
That's what I'm checking. I don't have enough time. Just check it quickly. Um, okay. I guess scale wise it looks fine only.
Sir,
And
sir, sir, the only difference before week and this week is the unwrapping. All models are unwrapping.
okay, okay. So like try to add now so you have pushed everything into this thing. So start like this thing for you can just start with basic texturing and start building your scene. That rocks and all, caves and all. That is something you can place very quickly, I guess.
Sir,
Create a landscape. And,
I thought high poly I will do.
There's a statue I can see. There's a statue you have to create for this for this kind of structure. If you create some high poly, it will be really nice. And for this also, if you create a high poly, it will be really nice.
Yeah.
Or you can use Megascan textures. Like try to incorporate those textures. Those are really good, high detailed textures. So that will save a lot of time.
Sir,
So
with
try
high
to
poly
use
or
that.
without high poly?
No, if you're creating a high poly, then you have to bake in detection. Well, you can use diffuse map, but you cannot use normal map, right?
Yeah,
So, but
yeah.
if you're using creating high poly, then you can use you can create bake everything and use it. But for base, use the Vega scan. It will give you better detail and better result, and it will look
Okay.
really nice. Use that, and I'll check it one more time. There's one more file was there, Shiva. Oh, okay, check this. This is so like last week also he submitted this thing only.
No, no, last week I didn't finish it unwrapping.
Okay. So okay, so start pushing this into Unreal and start building a scene. Huh?
Okay,
Otherwise, it
okay,
will be too late to finish anything. So start pushing entry into Unreal and then create this entire scene and start basic lighting and then apply texture from Megascan quickly. And if required, then you can just add detail in substance.
okay,
Because I'm also going to start that thing. So I pushed everything into Unreal and added the basic basic texture, and then now I'll start